Alright, hello to all my guys, gals, and non-binary pals out there across the electrical ocean. This is Jazzman, back with another game. We've got The Pain over here playing a split between IS and SL. And then Sontungvn playing full faction Savage Tundra. Wait a minute, have I stumbled into a... he's playing flying. Suspicious. Is this actually Hegemac's ult? Has Sontungvn been Hegemak all along? Nah, apparently he's actually been playing this deck quite a bit recently. But as I've been mostly out of the game, I've only heard about it in legend so far. I've never seen it in action. On the Pain side, it looks to be constructs with SL. Going for Tainted Statue. Okay, so he's going for the Tainted Statue Relic Spam variant. Not a big fan of that myself. And then, for some reason, walking back and forth with Whitestone Gargoyle in and out of the font. I'm assuming that was a misclick. I don't see a reason for him to want to do that. But Mortar Crew here, Mortar Crew here is just god tier. He can sit across these cliffs all game long and snipe at mid, take pot shots over at the font. But although, you know, Sontungvn is playing a flying deck, he could conceivably walk something over the chasm, over these cliffs here, and get at the crew that way. But for now, it's going to gain maximum benefit from its massive range. And then Whitestone Gargoyle, usually a good safe pick into mid-font fights, because he can just go Stone Form and become pretty much invulnerable. Personally, I like taking Readiness on him. But I know a lot of people don't like doing that because it makes him sort of like a one-trick pony. Blockade here, on the other hand, Blockade is going to be very useful against the Savage Tundra flying deck, just because it completely counters Tailwind, right? Like Sontungvn can't rely on that for AP gen. It also does kind of counter calming Tailwinds if Sontungvn is running that. Not sure if he is or not, but it does lend itself nicely as a counter. And then, you could still go Stone Form with the Whitestone just for regen and more defense versus these Doom Balls. But at this point, I think getting off another attack is better. The Doom Ball here has evasive from double Boon of the Wind buff. Where is it? Yeah, this one. And Doom Ball, wow, Doom Ball going really aggressive here. Dropping an Ice Statue on top of that Robo-Dog. So that's a really deep ice statue. That's right outside the Pain's shrine. That's such a dick move. Come on, Sontungvn, you're dropping ice statue right outside the enemy shrine. I'd hate that. That would be a tilter if it were me. But Silver Clan Protector going to take some beats here. I'm assuming from the Magebane. No, Magebane's going to hit the Whitestone. All right. And then Battle Ward going to come in. Battle Ward is deceptively strong on the offense. Once Bravery gets stacked up and he gets a few Boon of the Wind procs, Melee Specialist comes in, he can get pretty scary. Yeah, that 8 base damage is not to be taken lightly. So Mortar Crew, again, going to miss with the Artillery Strike. He's going to move up a little bit more, like, I don't know, like right around here. The problem is there's always the potential for him to get Gale Forced into that rock and then killed. So he's got to be careful. So Silver Clan Protector doing the only thing he can and backing out of that ice statue. Going to get the Superior Tinkering. So Silver Clan buffing him up nice and chonky. Oh no, wait, did he? No, he didn't. He put that on. What did he put that on? Did he invig? Not seeing the HP buff on that. He must have invigged, right? What did he do? Where did all his AP go? No, he just walked away from the ice statue? Why am I blanking on this? What did I miss? I know he healed. Okay, yeah, he macened the gargoyle instead. I was like, what the hell did he use his AP on? Did he do this? Did he do that? I don't know why. I'm literally watching the game. I should know this. But yeah, so Mortar Crew actually does not decide to strike again. Instead, I guess threaten this font? Mortar Crew is like the last champion I'd want to contest a font with. Like, versus the Doom Ball and whatever else. But Magnetic, oh my god, Magnetic Rover with Planner Hold here. Actually trapping the Battle Ward right on top of that impassable space. So Battle Ward is basically immobile. And is the Magebane over it too? No, the Magebane's fine. But man, Magnetic Hold is literally the counter. The #1 counter for flying decks. And then the ice statue goes down to the dog, and I'm guessing, yeah, Chain Lightning helped out a bit there as well with the Invig. So the Pain is actually fending this off really well. He's got literally every counter in the book. He's got Mortar Crew for mid, taking pot shots. He's got Gargoyle with Blockade. He's got Planner Hold. He's got he's got Anti-Spell. So I think the Pain, like, I definitely favor the Pain in this matchup. Assuming he can keep control of his fonts, because yeah, Mage Bane's just gonna walk into that one. And Battle Ward, see, the problem is if Rover ever moves, Battle Ward will be able to fight back. But as it stands, Battle Ward is completely screwed right now. He's caught in the bush. He's been grounded. He's had his wings clipped. This is why you never keep your birds in a cage. They deserve to be free. But Savage Doombringer, I'm guessing he's going to get a hit on Gargoyle. I would probably just, Stone Form that Gargoyle. Be a lot safer. Keep him in the font for longer. Because the problem is if this Gargoyle dies, and, the Pain's font is being contested up here, it's going to be stretched awfully thin, especially with Mortar Crew not laying down any more strikes. And yeah, these Doom Balls are getting pretty scary in terms of damage. We got, well, this one was. It had 15 earlier, but yeah. Currently down to 10, but they still do hit. They can hit pretty hard. Nice thing here, though, is Bastion of Mobility will give this dog a way out. Away from that Mage Bane. It's tough to say. See, so the thing is, the Pain is playing without spells. Or I'm assuming he's playing, like, without... Maybe he's running, like, Quickening as an escape plan or something, but for the moment he is not able to rely on spells, so he's going to use Equips instead. Stone Barrage coming in here pretty nicely, actually, to damage the Doombringer, and then I'm assuming Barrage, or no, just a regular attack, and then Aura to finish the job. So down goes that Doom Ball, cursed for its impudence, placing that dratted ice statue in the right where it was. But Mortar Crew moving oddly, and then getting a slam hit onto the Doombringer. Then the Gargoyle probably going to, Sonic Roar there, reducing its damage, and that poor Battle Ward just watching his compatriots die slowly, painfully. And then even managed to get an attack? Yep, because Sonic Roar is not on the attack chain for whatever reason. I don't know, there's some weird stuff, like Sonic Roar is not on the attack chain. Whale of Grief isn't on the attack chain either. Artillery Strike isn't on the attack chain. So there's some stuff that isn't, and I'm not really sure why. And considering especially that they are attacks, I mean, they do damage. Assuming that the definition of attack is to do damage. Maybe it's not. Maybe the game just decides whatever the hell it wants. I mean, isn't that really Poxnora in a nutshell? The game just does whatever the fuck it wants. That's how it feels sometimes, at least. But Julia White Eyes coming in here, her Sontungvn's own blockade champ. And then Tracker Narc locking down that crew with a Bola. This used to be called Bola Attack, didn't it? Entangle. It used to be on like very few champions, and it was called Bola Attack. And then there was another one called, it was on a spider. I forget what it was called now, like Web? I think it was just called Web, when it did pretty much the same thing, back when abilities weren't as consolidated. But interestingly, Sontungvn has gone for Tough 2 on his Tracker Narc over Scrapper. I don't know, man. I know there's a lot of precision in the meta now, but I couldn't imagine not taking Scrapper on a champion that can get it. I think it just auto-wins non-precision matchups too hard. But what was that equip? Oh yeah, so Dragon God Staff cleansing the... It actually cleansed... Wait a minute. Cleansed the freeze, but it's still crystallized. Huh. That's got to be a bug, right? Like, Crystallize says cannot activate abilities or attack, and yet he was just able to get off 2 attacks. Alright, well, I guess there might be some rage in chat later about that. Dragon Engine for the Pain. Man, how long has it been since I've seen a fucking Dragon Engine in play? Way too long. I don't think anybody has run this in years. And I mean, I don't know, to me, like, he's still pretty intimidating. Trample, I probably wouldn't take Trample, I'd take Multi. But, just because it synergizes well with his Mobilize, but... Yeah, I mean, he can hit. Like, he can certainly hit for a good chunk of damage, but the problem is the longer he's in play, the more of a drain he is on your Nora. Although, when you are running a Tainted Statue variant of this deck, you don't have as much Nora to spend on spells, right? Like, it's none. So that Nora that would be spent on spells is, can be funneled into Mobilize if need be. Also, you've got stuff like Invig to give it AP if you want, so it's not too bad. Comes in with a decent chunk of HP too. But that Mage Bane will soon find itself in dire straits, and man, is that really the sound effect of fucking Honor Guard? I had no idea. But yeah, Honor Guard, or Border Guard Elite actually coming in here, getting buffed up by Juya, and I think the Pain's still in a really good place. He's gonna Stone Form now, which will protect from all of the Sontungvn's champions, and then drops the Dragon God Staff. That seems a little premature. I guess dropping it means he doesn't take start of turn damage. But I mean now you kind of just gave Sontungvn something to hit, like something to spend his AP on, right? Because otherwise, like, he wouldn't have had anything. Like, he would have just, sat there staring menacingly at the gargoyle. But Mortar Crew trying his best to run from that Narc, not really making it very far. But the Pain's still having the Nora after mobilizing his dragon up there to deploy the Guardian. I think Valdakai Guardian is kind of underrated, like in Acid specifically, but also kind of in Constructs. I mean, like, he's got a nicely synergistic kit, lots of passive acid damage, some healing, and then violent for your fellow constructs. He's not bad for 70 Nora, I think. So, Magnetic Rover finishing off that Mage Bane with the 1-2 punch of Chain Lightning and Stone Barrage. So, the Pain regaining his side font, and the Pain is in a really good position. I mean, that Battle Ward is still fucked. Juya can't really hit anything. The thing is, the Battle Ward, even though like it's just sitting there, it's blocking Juya from getting anywhere, because Juya is also going to be grounded by Rover and whatnot when she moves up. So I mean, she can't get over the cliffs either. Why is she grounded now? Is that another bug? Was she in planner hold range earlier and then just she's still grounded for some reason? Man, this I gotta say, Slugbait has been working his heart out trying to fix all the bugs on this game, but they just keep coming. They just keep coming and coming and coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. So the Juya is really feeling it now. Grounded, and Sontungvn actually used Coordination Tower just to get rid of the Dragon God Staff. Now maybe I'm too smooth-brained for this, but was there a reason he put the Nora into doing that, rather than just, attacking it? Was there something important that was going to be dispelled? I have no idea. But Slum Market here coming down, and that's going to actually hurt the Narc pretty badly if it decides to further chase this crew. And what does that equip? A Forge Hammer. Okay, so we're the first of many Forge Hammers coming down for the Pain. And Narc has definitely found his opponent here in that Guardian. Now, he could still leap after the crew, potentially get a swarm, because now, I mean, crew has no spots left to run to. It's kind of trapped by the shrine. But of course, if Narc decides to chase that, it's going to walk into the loving arms of, well, the loving Gatling gun of the Silver Clan Protector. So, Dragon Engine mobilizing again, another 15 down the drain, but he's kind of positioning around getting that top font, and the Pain takes the game. So Sontungvn, unfortunately, getting a little bit counterpicked there, but it was a well-played game to both, and we'll see everyone in the next one.